is that guy, and we're gonna do a rant about League of Legends Season 3 champions for rotation. I don't even know, because there's been so many rotations, and this one was probably the worst ones, and we have to do a rant about it. Note this is 3 days late, so you can blame Loco for that.
No, shut up, just do the rant already.
But rants, they start out very slow.
Apparently.
Blaming other people for mistakes that they made. Like those videos that Loco had to repost because of the Dawn fucking up again. But anyway, so we're gonna start the round off with talking about the first champion, alphabetical, and that's going to be Ahri. In my opinion, Ahri is one of the most skilled champions in the game. It doesn't take a lot of skill. Like, there are more champions that take skill, but Ahri herself, like, if you're gonna hand it to a free week champion to a noob, that level ones, like, I was playing EU servers and they were building ADR. People don't know how to build AP or even necessarily build correctly for Ahri or play her correctly. People were maxing the Foxfire on her, and that was terrible. Like, it was just really random not to see them grab their orb at all. And like, if you're gonna have Ahri on rotation, at least give like a little bio of what you're supposed to do with her in game. Because if you look at it, no one's gonna know. They're just gonna see, ooh, little foxy lady, that's cool, and then just fail on it. It's really stupid. I don't feel like Riot did a good job of choosing this week's champions, especially because a lot of these champions this week have to take somewhat amount of skill compared to if they just gave them like Teemo or Jax. Even though I do hate Teemo and Jax on rotation, but just seeing someone play bad as Ahri is just really just disappointing. Next up, Lulu. Lulu's a troll for League of Legends noobs. They think, oh, I'm just going to hugify myself and run around. I look cute because I'm a big thing. And my little dragon's got to do this. I can slow everyone with me. There's not much to talk about Lulu. She's just kind of... She is the new friendly champion of this week. Next to Malphite. But even at that point, Malphite's still not that noob friendly. Like, you have to know what you're doing, who to ult. But then again, when you're playing with noobs, you don't have an ADC target compared to level 30s. But even in like draft pick and all that, you have people that they don't still play correctly. Like, they go duo top and one's an ADC, and you get double bruiser bot and a random AD mid. And like, I guess I can see it because it can work, but it's kind of just troll. And like, some people don't even know how to play these champions. Like, yes, he's easy to buy. He's 1350 IP, and Lulu's 30. No, she's 63. But like, together, they really need to add both of them because they need someone noob friendly, and those are the two noob friendly champs on this rotation, or the closest ones I can see. Because most of the other ones kind of take skill to play. You need to know what you're doing. I guess, yeah. Next up is Ken, and Ken's a little weird. Because you can mess up his build. You can build him like 80 and him still be good, because his base attack speed is still the highest in the game compared to most other people. But like, there's a lot of stuff that you can't do. Like, you can't just build Streak AD, you can't build IEs on him, you can't build Ravenous Hydra. And that's another thing I have to go off and about is items in the game that they should really specify what champions they work on while you're doing a tutorial. Because in the tutorial, they still show, like, Season 1, you get to play melee champions like Gary and range champions like Ashe, and then mage champions like Ryze, but they don't tell you how to build them. They don't tell you specific items on them that work, or certain items that are exclusive to certain champions, but that's another rant we have to go on, because that might take another hour. Shyvana, I don't know. Shyvana's just a little weird. She can be really good with new friendly champs, but you see a lot of people it's really disappointing watching people just sit there for 10 minutes waiting for Dragon Form to pop up and then go eat Dragon and running around like a dragon because of Skyrim, and then go out of Dragon Form and then wait another 10 minutes and bam, Dragon Form again and run around the map and not doing anything. It's kind of annoying. I guess like it was worse in when Skyrim first came out, but still you have those people that are from console gaming that go onto League of Legends and play, and they're like, oh, this person's like this, I'm gonna play him like I wanted to play him in this game, and it doesn't work. Like Shyvana is just one of those champions that shouldn't be on free rotation because of people that play Skyrim, or because of people that play all these other Game of Dragons. They're like, oh, I just want to be a dragon, I want to beat this lady. Nocturne. Nocturne should not be on this rotation ever. Nocturne is, in my opinion, one of the hardest junglers to play next to Shaco now, just for the simple fact that you have to counter jungle really well. You have to know map knowledge really well in order to play him correctly. Even playing him top lane is kind of hard because he's not a top lane champion. You need consistent farm, and in top lane you don't really get consistent farm without runes. But like in the jungle you do, and even in the jungle you don't have. You kind of need like at least 2 attack damage runes for like tier 3 to they will even do a viable jungle with him. But like you see people building him really strangely, like attack speed, and they don't understand. They don't read his abilities, which is another thing. People need to read abilities on these champions because people will randomly build. They will see like magic damage, but they don't realize it blocks magic damage and it deals like attack damage. Because like with Nocturne, you can see like it says his shield blocks mana. It blocks abilities, so people think, oh well, if it blocks ability, if I have more ability power, that will block more abilities. When in reality, it just gives him bonus attack speed. It doesn't really do anything else. So you see ability power Nocturnes everywhere, and it's just really annoying. People need to read the abilities. And Nocturne, specifically Nocturne, since I played him for a while, he's really hard to play correctly. You can play him bad and still do good, but if you look at it, if you're playing him bad, you gotta keep playing him bad and eventually buy him, and then you gotta realize, well, my old builds aren't working anymore. Why is that? And that's mostly because all those other bad Nocturnes that were playing Nocturne on free week aren't playing Nocturne anymore. They're playing a better, easier champion to play, which is more fun for them. But compared to compared to the free week, and they're just bad, and they create bad images for bad Nocturnes, and people don't want to see that type of jungle anymore. Which kind of happened to Nocturne. You don't see him a lot anymore. I guess that's a reason why he came into this rotation, is because you don't see Nocturne anymore. He kind of fell off the map, and now he's back onto it because of this week's rotation. But there's still like a lot of bad Nocturnes showing up everywhere. It's kind of annoying. Next is Misfortune and Twisted Fate. This one's a little random, I guess. Like I can see Twisted Fate because it's another early champion that you can buy, because if you're looking at this, there's a lot of 630 champions and 480 champions on this rotation. There's not a lot of 1350, so I guess they had to add TF for another 1350. It makes sense, but it doesn't really make sense because like if you're looking at it like on for the list of champions when they release it each Monday, it shows like their difficulties and all that, and in honesty they exaggerate that too much. Ari's is kind of spot on. She is quite difficult to play. Lulu's isn't not difficult at all, but it's just trolls play her, and then it turns into hard difficulty. Kennen, like I said, is average difficulty. He's not that hard to play, but they kind of have him in the lower range of difficulty. Nocturne's really hard to play, and they have him on average. Shyvana's average, and they have her on low. Malphite's on low, he's average, and TF's really hard. In my opinion, it doesn't take that much skill to play at TF. Yes, you have to get your cards right, and then once you start getting your cards right, you start doing better. But like, it's not that hard to time the cards now, but it's harder to play him more aggressively because you have to play him more conservative. I guess is a word that you can use. But not like as conservative as if you played Soraka mid, which you would have to sit there and you have to silence them, run away, silence them, run away. You can jump in TF, stun them, then throw your wild cards and then be good on that. But like for him, like he's just a really weird one to throw into rotation. Like yes, it's popularity champions or people they want more people to play in the game, but it's just kind of like he isn't one of those champions that should be on rotation because he's on rotation consistently now. Kind of like Lulu. Lulu's Lulu and Shavana have been on rotation the past month, like at least twice. That's actually a lot for considering they have like over 100 champions. And then Miss Fortune. Miss Fortune, I don't see a problem with her having on rotation. To be honest, when I was first playing, I had Miss Fortune on rotation, and it was like Miss Fortune, Rise, and whoever else was out at that time. I started playing when it first came out. And Miss Fortune wasn't bad. She was kind of fun. She's really noob friendly. Like, you don't have to be good with Miss Fortune to get kills. You can sit there, you can use her, make it rain, and just slow them. Then you can just a basic attack, and especially with like all these newer players coming in, and they're like, oh, they build items and we'll be fine. And they don't realize the AP ability power or ability power AP slash AP things exist in the game, and they don't realize it actually does something to champions. So, like, Miss Fortune's one of those characters that, since she's ranged, like TF, but not power, focused so much on ability power, she's better choice to be on rotation. I feel like she should be on rotation more, because she's not on rotation a lot anymore. You don't see her as much as you used to. Next person is Swain. I guess I can't really go off on Swain. I don't really play Swain that much to know how it is. I didn't even play him when he was on this rotation, so I was just kind of like, whatever. I didn't really care. You should be quiet. And then Jarvan's kind of weird because, all honesty, Jarvan is one of the better champions to be on this rotation. He's really accessible for every type of skilled player. Like, for the really skilled players, he isn't that boring to play. Like, if you were to play, like, someone like Teemo, who's, like, you get to troll, yes, but he isn't, like, that fun. Jarvan's kind of fun because he has that diversity of, you can...
I'm helping!
Basically. You have that ability of, you can be bad, but still be good, because he doesn't take that much skill. But if you do play him skillfully, he's a really good champion to play in the A lane, and it's really fun to play him. So he should be on this week's rotation. You don't really see him that much. So yeah. I guess that's last week's rant that's posting this week. So yeah, is there anything you want to say, Loco?
Yeah, like, subscribe, and watch more videos on ERJ Production, guys. Thanks for watching.